Hi, welcome to the Shelley Studio, another 25 Days of Christmas installment. Today I am using a handmade stencil to create some Christmas trees. I thought I'd try using my little texture items. This particular one is a vegetable bin mat that I found at the dollar store, and I love the texture when I do it on my jelly prints, so I thought I'd do it on a tree. And I'm going to do 3 different ones. I'm just putting that under there so I don't accidentally get an area painted that I don't want painted. And then I'm changing my color to a little bit different shade of green. And these are all just the craft paints, the really inexpensive craft paints. And this is a silicone hot pad. I'd seen some people use on YouTube and really loved it, and when I found it, I had to have it. So I love the honeycomb shape that it makes. Another fun one from my jelly plate printing. There's not a lot of paint on those, so they're fairly dry when I'm done stenciling. So now the third one is going to go kind of in the center of the group. Tape that down so it doesn't slip. And I've got like a pucker, so I'm going to put a little piece of tape underneath right here to try and get that to sit flatter. I think the paper is starting to warp a little bit. And I decided I'd do this one a yellowy green, kind of a lighter color. And I have a cardboard texture that I use on my jelly plate, but it's not really working on here. The cardboard, even though it's got tons of paint on it, it is still absorbing. Yeah, I had an accident there. It's a good thing it missed the tree, right? So now I decided to roll it right onto the cardboard. It works great on my jelly plate, probably because it lifts color, but it doesn't leave a lot. And we want to cover up the stuff in the background. So I try one more time. I decide I don't like it. So we're going to take the brayer and just go right over the top. And there's enough of a ledge that it really doesn't go right up to the edges. So I take the paint with a paintbrush. And you don't see it, but I'm dipping right into the craft paint because it's about out. And just going over it with that. Okay. The big reveal. Yay! We have a bit of a glob down at the bottom, but it's dry, so I decided we need to do a background, so I am going for blue. This is called True Blue. It's just another one of the craft paints, and it matches my painter's tape really well. I probably could have used a little bit bigger brush to do this background, but I wanted to get right down into the corners without overlapping them. So it's about this point when my camera battery dies, and I didn't want to stop, so I pulled out my iPhone and held with one hand my iPhone and painted with the other one. I'm sorry if this is like crazy jumpy. Don't try this at home. So I'm holding it with one, painting with the other, trying to make sure it's centered. So this doesn't end up to be the best quality video or painting, for that matter. But I was impatient and I didn't want to wait for the battery to charge. I probably should have 2 batteries backup, but at the moment I don't. And then I take some yellow ochre and some of the yellow and create ground. For this, I add some more yellow because the yellow ochre was just not a good color. And I'm just giving the trees some ground to sit on. And then I decide it needs words. So sorry, I'm not sure how much of that you can see because I was paying more attention to where I was writing than to where I was filming. Like I said, camera in the right hand, paint in the left. And then once that's done, I decide you can't tell how it looks with the painter's tape on there, so I am pulling that off with one hand. There you go, it's Oh Christmas Tree. And I hope you enjoyed that. Maybe not my finest product, but I had a good time making it. And if you did like it, please hit like, and if you'd like to see more, subscribe.